Nelson, it's been a tough all week. How are you feeling?
Yeah, tough week. Obviously, after a defeat like that, obviously it's never easy. But I think it's gone now, and we have to refocus for the next one.
How did you draw a line under it when you regathered for
I
training?
think when you look through the game, you see two different levels of energy to start the game, and I think it's just accepted that we didn't start the game in the best way. We were not with the levels of intensity and aggression that the opposition were. Probably exactly the same like we did home against Gillingham, and the boys know when they are not like that, then obviously the result is what happened.
You were honest, as you usually are after a game. How did the players respond in training? Because they have the chance to respond in the game, but initially they've got to respond to you on that training pitch.
No, excellent. They've been like that all season. And actually, it's not only the training session. Straight after the game, when I was just walking in the dressing room, they were telling a couple of truths. So it's as simple as that. I can tell you, I didn't need to speak too much on that one.
Does that give you hope, I guess, that you can move on very quickly, that they addressed it themselves?
I wouldn't say hope, it's confidence. That's what we've done. We know from the very beginning that we could see this is a team that will always perform better at home. I always said the home games were massive for us from the very beginning. So this is nothing that I'm saying new. And this is just going to be another one.
Is there complacency there, do you think? Do you think that's moved its way into the squad?
No, because I think it's a little bit of maybe everything, but I wouldn't say that, because probably that has a negative. It's just, and you see, it's always away games. It's something that we have to address and we have to see. But obviously, we are always chasing those details where we can improve, and away games is something that we have. Listen, we've been thinking about everything, and even in terms of the timings we travel, how far we go, should we go earlier, should we go later, all those things we are considering. Obviously, last two away games, Chesterfield and Hockey, is not easy ones. Especially traveling in the same day, so we are considering everything, and we're trying to understand on ways to perform better.
What do you want to see tomorrow?
I want to see a team like I saw against Gillingham, like I saw against the first half against Wimbledon. I want to see a team that actually is enjoying playing football and competing, and when we do this, we can have good games, and we've proven this season.
It's always about results, you know that.
Of course.
Is it more important that you see a Newport County performance from your players tomorrow? Regardless of the result, that you just want to see that response from them?
Yeah, performance will be there. I can assure you. I can assure you, we've got those players in this club that will perform. They will put a good performance. That result it's football. It's like you said. But I think overall, with a big picture, if you go back to 10 games, in the last 10 games, I think we've 16 points. Only 8 teams in this league were better than us in the last 10 games. Again, it's the last results, especially away games, didn't go to tough places to go. Doncaster, Chesterfield, and Nacri. Was always we lost 2 games last season against Aki. So it's tough. We know that, but it's how can you improve those little things.
The side of drawing a line under it. How did you sleep this week? Because as a manager, it's not easy, because you'll be replaying lots of those moments in your head, I'm sure.
Yeah, of course. That's what we are here for, and sleeping improved last 2 or 3 days. Obviously, the last But obviously after the game it's never easy, because you are trying to find solutions and try to help the players. But again, I think we've spoken. We know, and again, going back, the levels of intensity and aggression need to be higher, especially in this league. Otherwise, those things happen, and that's clear.
Team news? Any injuries to worry about?
No, I think Patton is coming back from his knee problems. He's trained with us. He looked improving. Obviously, we know that Jameson is dealing with his another 4 or 5 weeks injury, and then obviously Cameron Antwi is still in that process of, or better saying, that period of safety for his head concussion.
Let's hope you sleep like a baby on Saturday night.
Hopefully, yes. Well, after the game I never sleep well, even when we win, even when we have big wins. Okay.
Good man.
Thank you.
Do you understand? Do you know why? Why was there no energy, or in a couple of the away games? Because it seems mad. Because I'm sure you prepare them in the warm up, they're all on it, and then just suddenly.
We prepare them in the same way we do home games and all of that. Again, like I said, we are trying to understand what can we do better. Trying to see some patterns even from last season. So some of my staff were telling last season away games was also a problem. So what can we do better? And that's all about that.
Do you understand the fans' concerns when they see a performance, like especially Accrington? I think Chesterfield wasn't as bad as Accrington, was it? Is it?
Now Chesterfield was a good game. I think there should be. Yeah, again, I think you see results in this league like that. Didn't happen only to us. Happened to every team. It's yes, obviously nobody's happy. I was not happy. Like I said, the players were not happy. So that dressing room after the game, they were telling some truth, and that was the truth. Nobody was happy with that, and it's just I guess happened beginning of the season. Maybe Swindon away, first half again. Although that game we had suspensions, we had injuries, we had Brain playing as a centre back, which we're gonna see him tomorrow back here again. We had Kieran Evans play as a wing back. So things have a reason behind it, and we just have to move on and face these last 10 games as strong as you can be.
Does that sort of thing, you still of the mindset that you don't want big changes in the summer? Is it nothing, or does the run-in after something like Tuesday? How important is the run-in to keep you of that mind where you don't want to make big changes?
No, we still don't want to make big changes. But like I said last week, it all depends on what the players want as well, and what the club wants, and obviously the objectives as well that the club has. But obviously we were not looking for massive or big changes. We know the squad needs work. We know we haven't got probably competition enough in some of the positions where then can make my job easier to even select starting 11 by performance level. Sometimes I feel like I can't do that in some of the positions because probably we need a little bit more work, and we all agree, but we don't need to go mad and changing everything, because this team has proven that they can play well, they can compete, and then we are in where we are now because of that, because the boys were at it in a lot of games. Most of the games we've had very good home games, and they always responded well, they always did well, and again, if you look to the last 10 games, we are ninth. I think only 8 teams were better than us, but obviously we want more, and I see from my end as if I was a fan, obviously I wouldn't be happy with the last game, but I will. It's also my duty to look to a bigger picture, and the bigger picture says last 10 games only 8 teams were better than us, and now is the challenge is, can we go to the last 10 games of the season and try to do something similar, so that we can be in that comfortable position that we were aiming from the beginning. But again, I guess if the objective was to be first now or second, obviously this wouldn't be good enough. But we never said that. We said we were looking for the comfortable in the table, and you've got 14 points from the bottom, and you're not far from the playoffs. And again, I think we are the players always responded well, and we will be doing that.
On that, not making many changes point of view, as the contract situation, obviously there's a few players out of contracts. Is that starting to get settled now? Do the players know where they stand yet?
I think we've we didn't agree with the players, but I think we are in the same page in terms of it's still probably not time to speak about that. We still have long weeks ahead, important games ahead, 10 games, and I think now it's not the timing. I think, but if you come back to me within 2 or 3 weeks, maybe I can have more answers for you. But I think this moment is moment of hard work to everyone, and everyone is focused on that.
Harrogate, they're a side that I suppose not many people fancy at the start of every season, and they're doing a similar position really to County, aren't they? They're a tough nut to crack.
Again, they've got a stable group of players, and even their manager as well for a long period there. So they've got their own way of playing. They are consistent. So they didn't start nothing from scratch this season, and that proves that is important, plays an important role in this league. But they are still obviously around us. But again, I think it's going to be a tough game. Like we know, they always make it hard for the opposition. And obviously, if we are not at our best, obviously it can be a complicated game, because they are a competitive team, used to play together for a long period, and they've got one of our best players there playing for them now.
I was going to say you'll be wary of the cutback free kick to the edge of the box for Bryn. The Bryn move he's got. He'll be
he's got a lot of good things, and. I just hope he's obviously helped. He was a massive signing for them, important player for them. He's playing every game, and he settled in very, very well. And more importantly, I think he's more happy, and his family is more happy, and that just shows that we as a club we value those things. The player needs to be happy, and in this case, he's happy, and his family is happy as well.
Have you missed him in terms of his qualities in the middle of the pitch? Is that something that I know the reasons why he went? It's one of those.
I would be lying if I said no. Of course I did. Yeah. Of course we missed him, but we find ways of overcoming that. But of course we did miss, and for a long period. If you saw last game, I don't like to go in details, but obviously last game I had 2 fullbacks playing as a 6, didn't I?
Yeah, no,
Joe Thomas and
Mac, yeah.
So
and a centre back then as well. So yeah, no, absolutely.
Are you laughing now?
Yeah. No.
You see, so we did, but we are here to find ways and fight and move forward. We're not here to find excuses, whatever. But the boys did well, masking their strength, and the learning lesson was you have to be at it. You have to be with full energy on that. That's all.